Aus Ravensburg für Ravensburg und Eishockey Deutschland. StarsCast. Immer mit spannenden Gästen. Dein Eishockey-Snack für unter der Woche. Präsentiert von RS Farbroller. Und jetzt viel Spaß.
Ja, Tausenders-Fans, herzlich willkommen zur 8. Ausgabe von StarsCast. Und ich freue mich echt extrem heute. Wir haben eine englische Session. Ich werde es immer wieder übersetzen und es hat einen Grund. Wir haben eine besondere Person heute bei uns im Studio und zwar einen Gast, auf den ich mich ganz arg freue. Welcome to the show, unserem Captain Robbie Czarnik. Hey, Robbie.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How are you doing, generally speaking?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Coming off that win with Kessler, so it's been good.
So everybody's fine after last night. Was a tough 2 games before, right?
Yeah, you could say that. The Crayfield game was tough for sure, and then losing at the end there against Kaufborn. Never want that to happen, especially like in a derby like that. So it was tough, and it was good to get it back together against Kessler. So.
Okay, also er fühlt natürlich wie ihr auch, sagt nach den 2 Matches gegen Krefeld und Kaufbeuren tut so ein Sieg natürlich gut. So a few of the teammates already went through the Fragenfeuerwerk. Means like a few questions in a row. Nobody knows the questions, but I do. And like just spontaneous answers.
Okay.
Alrighty. So the best hockey moment of your life?
Winning here in 2023. That was
outstanding.
Yeah.
Okay, also der Sieg in der DL2 2023 war für ihn der beste Hockey-Moment. Most impressive rink or arena you've ever A, watched a hockey game or B, played in?
I think one of the most impressive atmospheres of going to a game was when I was with the LA Kings organization and we went to a playoff game, and just I guess the show that they put on there. I mean, it's in LA, so that was cool, and they were selling out it, and it ended up being the year that they had won. So it was really cool and I would say some great moments when I was growing up or younger in my career playing at the University of Michigan. It's, the college atmosphere is pretty cool.
Also jeder von euch, der schon mal in den USA ein Hockey-Game geschaut hat, NHL-Stadion oder auch bei ihm jetzt Michigan hat er genannt, College-Spiele, ist ja auch ganz egal, ob Eishockey oder Football, ist ganz, ganz besonders und genau, er erinnert sich an seine Zeit, als er noch bei der Kings-Organisation war, LA Kings, und hat das genannt. As captain, what's the most important part of that role for you personally?
For me, I think it's just every day showing up and being someone that other people can look at as a type of role model and coming prepared and consistently playing for the team and making sure I'm always working hard, stuff like that.
Und auf die Frage, was für ihn als Kapitän das Wichtigste ist in dieser Rolle, sagt er ja halt auf jeden Fall auch jeden Tag zur Arbeit zu kommen und ein Vorbild zu sein. Genau, also voranzugehen sozusagen. All right. Is it that you're wearing I don't know really, that you're wearing the C for the first time this season, or have you worn it before?
This season?
Yeah.
Like being named the captain, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've been named the captain.
Yeah.
Last year, when Hardy would be out, Bo had chosen to give me the C, so I wore it in maybe a couple regular season games, but then in playoffs when Hardy was out for the Landshut and Crayfield series, I was wearing it.
Yeah. Okay, and what does that role mean for you? I mean, you said, okay, be there every day and being kind of a role model. How do the fans have to see you as a captain? What's your day-by-day things you gotta do? Do people come to you and talk to you, or is it in special situations, or is it mostly in the ring, or what is it?
Oh, I mean, I think For me, I've been here a while, and I think that as I've been here, I've grown into be more of a leader of the team, of like someone that can be counted on. I think that when we go into games, I believe that I am a player that the team can count on to bring my best game. And obviously, no one's perfect to have the messes, but the consistency that I bring to the team on the playing side of it is something that the team can like expect from me, you know. And also the fans. I think that I've shown to the fans that I always come through and be there for the team and try to do best for this organization. And then obviously there's like little nuances, I think, in the rink, dealing with just, I would say, you know, like little dress code things, or finding out when we need to be to the rink. I guess it's just, you know, I talk to Bo and we figure little things out like that. But I think there's we have a large group of people in the team that also are leaders. And I think so we all kind of band together and help each other out. So it's not just me taking care of a lot of things. It's we kind of doing it together.
I set myself the question. You have like 2 assistants to the captain at home,
Yeah,
and 2 on the road. Why is that? Why is that changing?
I think that was something Bo decided to do, and I think he took it as we have leaders in the room, and I think in the past we've had, I think last year we had 3 assistants, and it kind of rotated, and it seems that more teams have been doing it 2 home, 2 away. It's to me, it's just he's showing the confidence of a group of leaders that we have, and in some ways, it's rewarding to not just 2 guys that had maybe been in the past where there's only 2 guys, so I think it's good for the team. We have 5 guys that wear the letters, and there's other guys in the room that easily could be wearing a letter too, that lead too by example, and they're talking. So I think it's just it's a good thing for the team, I think.
Also, ich habe jetzt nochmal ein bisschen genauer nachgefragt, was sozusagen sein Alltag ist als Kapitän, und hat auch gesagt, so neben den Dingen, die wir sehen, natürlich auch ein bisschen auch die Connection zu sein zu Bo und bestimmte Dinge mit ihm zu besprechen. Und vielleicht ist es euch auch schon aufgefallen, wir haben ja zu Hause 2 Assistants zum Kapitän. Wir haben auch auswärts 2 andere. Und das fand ich ganz spannend. Da hat er gesagt, der Grund dafür liegt einfach darin, erstens mal, weil es mehrere halt verdient haben, weil sie eben als Vorbild vorweggehen, weil sie auch eine Stimme haben. Und es zeigt natürlich auch das Selbstbewusstsein des gesamten Teams. Wenn du sagen kannst, hey, es sind hier 5, eine Group of Leaders, also eine Führungsgruppe mit 5 Personen. Er sagt, es könnten übrigens noch viel mehr auch einen Buchstaben tragen. Und das steht also für das Selbstvertrauen und Selbstbewusstsein des Teams. Ganz spannend. So, captain is one thing, but you've been in Ravensburg for quite a while now. We actually know each other through your wife Julia and her family. So I'm genuinely happy you're still here in Ravensburg. And looking back, what's changed the most since you first came here a few years ago in Ravensburg itself, in your personal life and in your life as a player?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I just to start like a little personal. It was like a lot of people know about my history. I had an alcoholism history, and it was so that was a battle I went through. So my first year of sobriety was here in Ravensburg. So to me, that was like just a whole different level of like newness to me at that time, and transforming through that. And like I think that's I've grown into a different person as I've been in Ravensburg than when I originally came here. So I see a lot of different things like that personally wise. And, you know, through that, I've met my wife, as we talked about, Julia. She's been huge for me here. And that's been a huge driving factor of why we've stayed in originally early on. And then now we've built we have our dog here, and then her family's here. So it has become that home place for us. And, you know, we go and visit the States a couple months in the summer, but it's always like we consider this home. So that's been, I guess that is a major change. I never would have thought that Germany was going to be my home early on when I first came. But yeah, so that personally wise, I'm in Ravensburg. I don't know. It's tough to say. Like, I think a lot of things have stayed the same over the years. Like, there's new buildings, I guess, like in terms of more apartments, buildings have gone up. So maybe maybe the city's growing a little, but besides like new restaurants or a couple new little things here and there, it's stayed pretty consistent.
Nice. Yeah, I absolutely get you, because if you live here all the time, so you don't notice how beautiful it is all the time, so it becomes normal.
Ja.
Habe ihn gefragt, was sich verändert hat, seit er das erste Mal hier war, und hat er erzählt von seiner Alkoholabhängigkeit, bevor er nach Ravensburg kam, und ist hier mit Ravensburg die erste Saison, wo er auch unabhängig war von dieser Sucht, und hat auch seine Frau hier kennengelernt, die zu einer ganz großen Person für ihn wurde, auch die Familie von Julia, und hat gesagt, aber bei Ravensburg selber, da haben wir gerade auch noch drüber gesprochen, ist schwierig zu sagen, was sich da geändert hat. Bestimmt irgendwie das eine oder andere Restaurant, aber alles in allem ist es so schön geblieben, wie es schon immer war. I translated it as beautiful as it always was.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Good. Do you even remember life before Ravensburg? Sure. But take us back. When did you first fall in love with hockey, and where did you grow being a professional hockey player?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I started when I was around 9, and it was kind of I got like a gift from my parents and hockey stick, and I don't know, my family was never into hockey, and then I kind of got that and then wanted to play. My parents were like, nah, they didn't want to put me in because they didn't know much about it. And I think obviously watching, like, because I grew up in Detroit, so we watched the Red Wings, and I think my mom and them saw like the way the game was, especially back then. It was a lot more rough and a lot more fighting, a lot of stuff like that. So I think as a parent, they were a little skeptical of putting me in, but I eventually got in, and yeah, so I think as I've just grown, I obviously found a passion for it early on, and it's one of those things. I think I just kept learning more and more, and at one point, I just had that drive to become a professional of sort, and I think the professionalism side of it, it started as an early age. And then obviously to go and mention the alcoholism and stuff, I think I took myself down to a path that wasn't most professionalism. And yeah, as I got rid of that, I journeyed back to a lot of things that I should have been doing. And now I feel as I'm getting even better each day still now.
Yeah, we see that as well. It's great to follow you all the time. In the last 2 seasons, but also before, sure. Incredible. So we could have asked your dad, because he was here. We could have asked him how it came. He brought you a hockey stick. I mean, that's funny. And so what was what's the first teams you played, and how can we have a picture of that?
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I started around 9, which was in like a little bit of I don't even know how it's called, as like an instructional school type of thing. So I think I went on the ice once a week for, I don't know, 10 weeks maybe. And then after that, I kind of just went to another summer school. And then when I was at that summer school, one of the instructors had suggested I try out for like a travel team.
Yeah.
So then I got in there, did the travel. There's in Detroit, it's huge. There's a lot of big hockey market. So we had a lot of different teams. And so I kind of just pushed myself into that. And then as I've got in, I worked into AAA, and AAA would be so you have different levels of your age group, and AAA would be the top level of, say, your birth year.
Yeah.
So then I just played in Detroit growing up until I was 16, and played for just bunch of different teams there, and then I got invited to the U.S. National Development Program, which is it's like a junior program that they'll bring in the top U.S. players of, say at that time it would be 17 and under.
Yeah.
And it was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, so it wasn't far from home.
So there were a lot of scouts around there.
Yeah. So I would say at 14, 15, you start getting the scouts because you have like the other junior leagues. You have USHL, there's North American Hockey League, OHL, like major junior in Canada and stuff like that. So then at that point, and I was 15, the U.S. Development Program reached out, and Michigan, the University of Michigan also reached out. So I kind of had a mapped out plan from the time I was 15 through what would have been 21, I guess. I ended up committing to go to the University of Michigan at 15 and going to the U.S. Development Program. So then, so I was at the U.S. program. It was great. It was I learned a lot there, actually. I had some good coach, John Hines. He's been coached in the NHL and stuff like that. So he was I would say early on, he formed me into a more well-rounded player that I wasn't before. So that was a good learning thing. And then I got drafted while I was at the U.S. program to LA Kings.
I saw a picture yesterday of you in the LA Kings jersey and helmet, and you looked a bit younger than today, for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Funny.
Ja.
Nice. Also ich habe es bestimmt verstanden, vielleicht für ein paar, die sich gefragt haben, wie man so groß wird in den USA mit Hockey. Also hat ganz einfach in so einer Schule gespielt und später dann waren Scouts unterwegs, so im Alter von 14, 15 Jahren, und dann haben sich zwei Dinge gegeben. Erstens mal, es gab ein US-Development-Program, also so ein Förderprogramm, würde ich jetzt mal frei übersetzen, in den USA, die ihn unterstützt haben, und zweitens die Universität von Michigan, wo er dann gespielt hat, und you played as well at University of Michigan, right?
Yeah, I played there.
Yeah. Und genau, da waren unter anderem Ex-NHL-Coaches bei dem US Development Program, John Hines.
Ja.
Später wurde er gedraftet von den LA Kings. All right. So you for sure you saw a lot of hockey until the time you got drafted at the LA Kings, and every player grows up with idols. Do you have like idols who inspired you the most as a player, or as a forward, or maybe just as a pro athlete in general?
Yeah, it's hard. A lot of people have asked that question, and I have such a hard time answering ever, because
you could have thought about that a bit
more.
A lot of people have asked.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the hard thing, is because I don't really have a true answer to it. It's like hard. I guess, like, I looked growing up in Detroit, I had followed the Red Wings a lot. So I think like players like you saw Yzerman and Shanahan and Fedorov, guys like that, like I always thought they were great and everything. I didn't like, it's hard. Like I never idolized someone in a way, but like I will always think they're great players. And I never was like, I guess I was never that kid that
wanted jerseys and
stuff. Exactly. Like I was not like huge into like autographs and all that stuff. So for me, it's hard to look back. I mean, but like Steve Yzerman, he was the captain of the Red Wings, and he was a huge figure in the game. But like it's hard, and I think that like in school I would always do reports on like NHL players stuff. So I had like something there, but I never had like one player that was like, oh, I want to be just like him.
I find that's pretty interesting because that's the core of everything, right?
Yeah.
You can say, oh, I love a guy and I wear his jersey, but that's all external. So what is it they do special? What is it like they create? And then you can like take it, and it's not connected only to the name. I mean, and do good things. So that's that's a good thing with not having an answer on the idol question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice. How much contact do you still keep with friends from that time, like back in the days from college and early days?
I think it's nowadays it's like hard. I think you have, especially, excuse me, moving over here, and majority of my life is over here now.
Yeah.
My family, my parents had moved also from Detroit to Atlanta. So usually when I go back, it's a lot of time spent to go see my parents and stuff like that, because I spend so much time. And I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16. So I have a close group of people that I will still stay in contact with. But even with my brother and my cousins and stuff that I was really close with, we all live in different countries or states, so it makes it difficult. But obviously the phone, we can easily text and call each other, but it's difficult to meet up and stuff in person as much as it used to be, so, but I try my best.
Ja, also ganz kurz auf die Frage noch nach Idol, ist auch spannend. Sagt er auch, der hat die Frage schon oft bekommen, welche Idole er hatte, aber er hat die nie so richtig beantwortet, und ist mir auch aufgefallen, dass die Frage eigentlich viel unrelevanter ist, welche Idole es gibt, sondern eher was die Großartiges gemacht haben. Also vielmehr, was kann ich mir abschauen, was sind die Habits, was trägt zu meinem Charakter tatsächlich bei? Viel wichtiger ist, als extern irgendwie ein Jersey von irgendjemandem zu tragen oder irgendeine Person aufgrund ihres Namens toll zu finden. Alright, let me just check my notes. That's it. Then let's go back to DL2 hockey. We talked about last night. Nikita Kessler just scored his first goal last night. Strong breakaway, if you can say that, and shot right next to the forepost. Congrats to him from here. Without meaning to compare too directly, he reminds me a bit of you on the ice, strong on his skates, wheeling until the end, tons of energy. I always feel it when I see him. How do you see this development, like Nikita's development right now?
Yeah, no, he's you can see that he's driven. He's from day one, he's been one of those guys that I think has come in. He's been working really hard, and you see it every day. He's skating hard. He's always trying to get better, it seems to me. You can see his development has increased already so quickly from the moment he got here.
Yeah.
It's what's incredible is that a guy like him, young guy, comes in. Now he's playing PK, and which PK is such a it's such an earned thing to play in the game. I feel you have to earn a lot of respect and for a coach to even trust you out there. It's a 5-on-4. That's not an easy situation to play in a game. Where he's earned that at a young age in our on our team, I that's great, and I think that he's shown a lot of good qualities that I think he's just going to keep getting better. And I think as a team we appreciate what he's done already. You said, he brings so much energy, which we need that from him. That's we don't if he brings that energy, he's got that speed. It's a lot of things that he can do to help our team. And, he's brought some physicality to the game. As a small guy, he's not afraid to go in there and give a couple hits and stuff like that. So that's a good thing to see. And I think the future is bright for him. I think who knows where he's going to go. And if he keeps pushing and keeps doing what he's doing, I think that he can go be in the DL. Who knows where he can go,
Yeah, maybe he stays in Ravensburg and makes us happy. Okay, haben wir ganz kurz über Nikita Kessler gesprochen. Sagt er auch, finde es auch erstaunlich, und dass eben auch jemand, der so frisch zum Team kommt, so viel Energie reinbringt und eben sich auch beispielsweise in Unterzahl eben aufopfert für das Team, ist super, super wertvoll, und er ist gespannt zu sehen, wo es noch hingeht, und könnte sich schon vorstellen, dass er auch mal in der DL landet. Dann habe ich schon gleich Einspruch erhoben und gesagt, er kann auch in Ravensburg bleiben und uns glücklich machen. Aber wünschen ihm natürlich das Allerbeste und viel Gesundheit. So, by the way, also like the other guys like Ryan and stuff, it's exciting to see him also being very solid in the defense and nice. Let's talk about the season a bit. I mean, you started in, I don't want to talk about Landshut anymore, but you started like with that loss and then 4 wins in a row and then like two losses, and then last night Kassel was great again. It's like a roller coaster right now, isn't it a little bit early that year of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I mean, I've been here long enough in this organization, and in general, I'm sure the fans have seen it enough times where it's just, I think that's just part of like that little growing stage of, I mean, I know we have a core group, but you still have new guys coming, you're still finding roles, and I think there's just it's going from sometimes going from the high of being in the finals and coming back and like you're starting all over again. But I think that, even after that Landshut, I thought it was great. We showed a lot that we were able to put that behind us and win those next games. And I think it's been proven though that in this league in general, any team can beat any team on any given night. So that's one of those things that, you always have to bring that consistency, and it's a lot mental and hard work. I think that we've been working on that. I think we lost that game, even Kaufborn, let's take it. We lost that, but we knew we had Kassel. So it was a mental refresh. We had to just come to the rink the next day, kind of watch some video, and it's a lot of kind of put that out of your mind in a way. Like, you still remember it, but you have to come, and Castle's a whole different team, and you just prepare for them and just forget about that last game. And that's one thing that I thought we've done well. Like, you kind of, the last game, you just throw it away and just keep going.
Yeah. I think that's also something I liked last season. There was not like a long losing streak. You always made it and returned like 2-3 games the most. You were winning again, and that's I think that's also a quality of a team, like to put the last game away and then focus on the next one. And what you said that you can like lose Kaufbeuren and beat Kassel the next day, it describes the L2 and sort of.
Yeah.
All right. So enough. We spoke enough about Kaufbeuren and Krefeld. Mark Rassel seems to have stepped right into Matt's Santos role, and Eric also has been absolutely on fire, leading the league before yesterday's game. Doesn't that kind of success also make you guys a bit predictable? If it's just like you and the two others, or put differently, Marvin Schmidt had a great game and seems to click with you guys. Would it make sense to like shake up the lines a bit, or how do you think about that?
I guess the thing is, I understand what you're saying, in that, but it's hard. What do you like when you say predictable? What do you mean by that? Like,
I mean, if a coach would like focus on you three and say like we destroy the three, but somehow I can answer myself, because last night we also saw like other guys scoring, like also like Alex Olivier, and even Nikita. So yeah,
and I think that is, we've talked, like, even last year, like we had the line, like you say.
Yeah.
I mean, we kept it like that, and it's one of those things. And I have a heart, me and Carlson. I think that we built this chemistry that that has become like such a great thing. I love playing with them. Like, we have this great friendship on and off the ice, so I think no matter what, like when you have those lines and you have the like combinations that work like that, you kind of want to keep it together, I find, in those circumstances. And that's why, and like even when we did add Rass to our line, like it's worked well. Obviously, we've been able to pick up and we're doing well, I think, in those areas. So like it's hard to say. Like I think that line changes in general are necessary at times when stuff isn't working. So in this circumstance, I think like having Schmid step in last night with Carl being out, and I think he did a good job too. And I thought like the whole team kind of stepped up. We had that situation, right. Like we had less guys that we were down to 10 forwards and the 6D, and we've had some injuries. So I think in general, everyone kind of had to step up, and that's what we need to see. And I think that's the bigger point of all of it, is that we need the whole team to be stepping up and playing more consistent. So like in many ways, if the lines change or don't change at any point, sometimes the lines changing is just hey, we need to pick it up. And it's kind of like one of those tells without telling you directly,
Yeah, sure. And if you compare like Santos and Rass, as you called him, what's the like? Can you compare them? What's the difference from your point of view? I mean, if I look into the stats, he's doing great, and if I see him playing, he's not as spectacular as Santos maybe, but that's just my point of view. I mean, you're a professional hockey player. How would you describe him, and how would you like?
No, I think they're very different players. I think personally, like I think they both do things differently, and they're both very good players.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like just sit there and compare them, and I wouldn't want to do that, because I wouldn't want to say, hey, this guy's good at this guy's better at this. I think they're both good players, and they both do what they're supposed to do to make the team better. So I'm not here to say who's better, who's, like it's like one of those things that I think they're both good players and they both do their job.
Also das, was wir uns als Fans natürlich wahrscheinlich oft wünschen, so einordnen zu können und vergleichen zu können, aber sagt, der will das eigentlich gar nicht machen, jetzt zu sagen, irgendwie Santos kann das gut und Rassel kann das gut, und ist eigentlich auch verständlich. Und was für uns natürlich mega ist, dass beide einen großartigen Job machen und gemacht haben. Und so können wir es, glaube ich, auch stehen lassen. It was nice, by the way, to see Santos again when they were here. Like I was talking to him, and he said like returning is both feelings. On one hand, he was happy to like score this night and to win the game. On the other side, he was like feeling good being back in Ravensburg and see the people. But so a lot of sympathy. Busy week ahead. Robbie, thanks again for joining us tonight. What's the schedule like? When do you guys leave for Düsseldorf? I guess tomorrow morning, or?
Yeah, tomorrow morning we'll leave. Hopefully don't hit too bad traffic in the way up there. It's a lot of cities that you got to go through that has that traffic. So yeah.
How will you prepare for the 3 games, like a PSD Bank Dome, especially? More of the Kings atmosphere than like Ravensburg atmosphere, because it's huge, isn't
it? Yeah, I've never been there actually, so I'm excited. I guess those rinks are cool. It's big rink. But yeah, it'll be interesting, and yeah, it's a long bus trip, and it's one of those things that you get there and you just think a little less and kind of just go and play and work into those games, and
move a bit more
than
exactly. The last 5-6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a lot of time you're sitting on that bus and staring at a screen a lot of times. You know what I mean?
And when do you start thinking about Lausitz and Rosenheim, the 2 games that follow for sure after the Düsseldorf game? and both a bit unpredictable from my side. I don't know how you see it. Does it make those games especially tricky, or how do you look? I mean, the standard answer is we focus on the next game.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, yeah, in all seriousness, like I don't even really think about like really the team so much. I think there's when you get that day before or whatever, we watch the video, so then you start thinking of like, oh, what that team does, and but I think no matter what, a lot of times when you watch the video, you start thinking about a team. There's a lot of video or what stuff we go through is like, all right, this team does this, but ultimately, when it comes down to a lot of it, it's we always need to be prepared with our game plan and doing what we need to do to be successful. It's not always they're doing this, so we got to do this. It's a lot of us always being consistently performing our game plan. We want a team to come in and have to play our style and play against us because they have to like change things for us. We don't want to be playing their style. We want to bring our style, and that's like I think an important thing to make a team play like the way we want to play. So then it makes them struggle,
Yeah, and it's the only thing you can rely on, your own style, because you don't know, maybe they changed something or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Kurz noch angesprochen auf die Spiele nach Düsseldorf, und zwar Lausitz am Freitag zu Hause und auch Rosenheim. Sagte auch, ja, es ist, also erstens mal, genau, die schauen nur von Spiel zu Spiel, und zweitens, die wollen eigentlich gar nicht so genau sich die Gegner anschauen, weil sie möchten eher, dass die Gegner ihren Stil spielen und dass sozusagen sie in dem, was sie tun, sehr gut sind und sehr erfolgreich sind, und dann braucht man sich auch nicht so viel mit dem Gegner zu beschäftigen. Auch in einer gewissen Art und Weise nachvollziehbar. So I give the guys a few informations for the next time, and then I return to you, okay? Also Leute, und für euch noch als Information, also morgen Sport Europe TV schauen, beziehungsweise ist ja, wenn ihr es anhört, schon gestern gewesen. Ich hoffe, ihr habt es gemacht. Kleiner Denkfehler auf meiner Seite. Und dann übermorgen, also Freitag, geht es dann gegen die Lausitzer Füchse zu Hause. Dann natürlich unbedingt ins Stadion kommen. Wird bestimmt eine coole Geschichte, und wir wollen natürlich mit euch zusammen den nächsten Heimsieg einfahren. Eine Information noch aus der Geschäftsstelle, und zwar, das wird eine richtig coole Geschichte, Retro-Spieltag, die Woche drauf, haben wir einiges für euch geplant. Details gibt's dann mit der Ausgabe 9, also nächste Woche Mittwoch. Allerdings wird es wirklich spannend. Also es gibt eine coole Pausenaktion. Es gibt im Vorlauf zu diesem Retro-Spieltag auch eine kleine Art Gewinnspiel, glaube ich. Es gibt Live-Musik vor Ort im Stadion und jede Menge Highlights. Gucken wir auch, ob wir ein paar Spiele der Vergangenheit mit im Stadion haben und präsentieren können. Aber all das erfahrt ihr dann nächste Woche. Tippspiel nicht vergessen. Wir haben neue Spieltagssieger. Gestern Sonntag waren es 2 Spieltagssieger. Also jetzt bei euch natürlich schon wieder ein paar Tage her. Und schaut mal, dass ihr eure Tipps fürs Wochenende richtig platziert. Bei mir sieht es momentan eigentlich ganz okay aus. Turnen da irgendwo im Mittelfeld rum, ich glaube um die 100. Yannick ist ein bisschen weiter vorne. Den hört ihr wahrscheinlich auch nächste Woche wieder. Und von daher bleibt mir nicht mehr viel zu sagen. Robbie, we'll let you head home. Pack up for tomorrow and get some rest. And thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for leading the boys this year. And I can't wait to see you guys back out there in Düsseldorf and then home against Lausitz.
Yep, for sure.
Das war Robbie Czarnik für euch, und ihr macht's gut. Bis bald. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.